Hey guys, what's going on? It's Brandon. So I think whatever car manufacturer does this invention that I'm about to explain will own the all-wheel drive with electric front, electric all-wheel drive. I think they'll own the market. So on your steering wheel, you've got the paddles, right? So I got my steering wheel upside down right now, but there's the paddles. Imagine for a second that on the back of the steering wheel, there's also like a volume control, like an up and down. One's like a bubble out, and one's an indent. So it's just like we've had volume controls on our steering wheels before. Maybe you put it on the face of the steering wheel, but I think a better place for it would be on the back of the steering wheel. And imagine that a manufacturer like General Motors or Ford or whoever goes through the whole process of calibrating to where they think that the all-wheel drive front electric motors should be on speed for optimal performance. Okay, so that they've got their algorithm and it calculates and it comes up with an answer. And so it's going to deliver that much torque every millisecond. It's constantly calculating, what am I giving? What am I giving? So all you're normally doing is just hitting the gas pedal, okay? And that's it. I want you to imagine that this toggle switch is not just digital. It's not just an on-off toggle switch. It's got feel to it. It's like spring-loaded in each direction. And the more that you push it, and by the way, to have it activate, you have to actually go into like a mode, okay? So one mode would be what GM already has, which is the like boost to pass or whatever they call it, where you press a button and now you got extra power to like pass somebody or whatever, where it saves up the energy until you press the button. So at that point, either one of the buttons, the up or down, would cause it to activate, okay, in that mode. But then you have another mode that is for really skilled drivers. And the other mode that's for really skilled drivers is you can activate it to pull more, even when the gas pedal's not on. Okay, so you're not touching the gas pedal. You can get it to pull more to max strength. Okay, you have it at your disposal all the way up to max strength as you roll into it, because it's like a roll. Or you can cause it to decel. Okay, so if your car is rolling, it acts like a brake. So you say, well, what's the purpose of this? For instance, let's say that you, and by the way, in this mode, it'd be like beyond what GM currently has for race 2. You'd be able to put the car into a high-speed drift, per se. You could be going 120 miles per hour and put the car into a drift with this feature. How? Because you could start turning, you could whip the back end. There's no traction control. The back end starts coming out. And if you wanted to, you could decelerate the front wheels. So the back end would definitely start stepping out. Now, once the back end stepped out, you can get back on the throttle if you know what you're doing. And the eDiff program isn't fighting you. The eDiff program is just steady, or you use a mechanical diff. Like I said before, you add this to a mechanical diff car is really what it needs to be added to, like a C8R race car with this feature, okay, that's sold to the public. And you say, well, what happens if the car starts to spin on around? You can get back on the throttle even more so than what GM calculates by pushing the button. So you have feel to the positive side. You can push it. So you have a rocker control, positive and negative, a certain percentage from what GM has calculated that it should be at any given moment. So if you're freewheeling, it's not doing anything. You can hit positive and you can go to turn it up anyway. If you're freewheeling, you can bring it negative and you can create resistance. If you're on the throttle, it's got its set amount that it thinks it should be helping. You toggle into the plus, it pulls even more. You toggle into the minus, and it would take it away. Okay, it would take it away, and then you could even get it negative to where it creates resistance. So, you could hypothetically, you could do a really crazy donut where you start spinning it around, you turn your wheels, then you can start spinning your front wheels backwards. Okay, is really what's on the table. Okay, potentially that's another mode. That's a whole other invention per se. That's having the ability to turn them into reverse when the computers show that the front wheels aren't spinning at all, instead of just adding resistance. But it's almost like using your brakes to only lock up your front wheels when you just go into resistance mode. But you could also go all the way into reverse on when it sees that the front wheels are sitting still. You'd have the option to take them into reverse even. So You say, well, who cares? Why would we do this? You don't understand until you play with it, GM. I could sit here and talk all day long about all that you could do with this car, how you could do like a 180 in your own lane and go back the other way if you wanted to. I'm not going to get into it all. Why don't you build it? Otherwise, I promise you, I fucking promise on this one, Porsche, Ford, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Dodge, Chrysler, somebody's going to invent this in the next 3 years. It will be. So whoever does it and patents it first, right there was a patent announcement, basically. I have a year to patent it, but why don't you just fucking do it, General Motors, and maybe give me a call and say thank you, and maybe throw me a couple bucks when you realize I'm onto something. If not, it's fine. I just gave your competitors an idea, and you guys are going to be, you guys are good. We got the most nanny car, don't we, Mary Bear and Mark Royce? We got the, you want to be like Grandma? You want to be the nanny? You want to be the nanny car, Mark Royce? Yay, Mark Royce. Worse than Henry Ford Jr. Yay, Mark Royce. Yay. Yay, nanny car. Nanny, nanny, nanny. Nanny for Mark Royce. It's shit.